Hello and welcome to the first episode of Unorthocast. And let me tell you, I'm so happy that the Unorthoblocks SMP and the members of Unorthoblocks SMP we are doing a podcast. Yeah, we are doing a podcast. Ooh, yeah, I still haven't recorded for a while. Yeah. Well, in today's conversation is gonna be about Minecraft, and the members thought about what Minecraft are, and you're gonna meet Ayondis, you're gonna meet Itchin, you're gonna meet Jampot Bong, you're gonna meet Kasa 88, and you're gonna meet Rogue Torso and Sunny Spacecraft. I don't think I missed anyone. And me, of course. So sit down, do whatever you want. Take it easy, play your favorite game, and listen in to our conversation. Unorthocast. We are doing a podcast for Unorthoblocks. So say hi to the Unorthoblocks YouTube channel.
Hi, we're so original.
Hi.
Yeah, we have sold our souls and
Laugh at this Channel 64 podcast.
I'm here against my will. Send help.
This started really good. All right, let's go and do the introductions. Say who we are, what we do, whatever you want to tell them, really. Ayondis, start with you, and then we go around the table.
I'm Ayondis. I have a mouthful of salad. I play Minecraft, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I have not a lot of time, actually. Your turn.
Oh, hi, I'm Shen. Play block game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, right? That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Hello, my name is Jampot Bong. I will custom your model data. I play Minecraft too much, and Teach told me he would give me 1,000 custom models if I came here today.
Yeah, I'm Teach.
What a lie.
What a lie. I never lie. I own this. I am the real better teacher, and yeah, I play Minecraft and I teach.
I am Rogue Torso. I play Minecraft among other things occasionally. And yeah, that's good.
Right. I'm Sunny, I guess. I do the black game sometimes fair good and sometimes fair bad. But I'm here for a good time. All right. Thank you.
Very nice.
Hi, I'm Kaza. I have a wife, 4 kids, a full-time job, and I'm currently doing a degree, and now I've been kidnapped for a podcast because Teach said it burned down my house.
Yeah.
And I have no time.
It's getting burned down now. I actually hired Draken to do it, so that's why Draken is. Yeah, so you know,
It'll be a small fire.
Yeah,
I think it's just the light. Don't worry about it.
All right,
Yeah, it's just a small fire.
Let's go. Let's start with some easy questions. What was your first Minecraft build?
I'll give you all a moment. Okay, I remember because the first time I played Minecraft, it was on a PS3, and I got it with my son, and I built what I thought was a beautiful castle. It was a castle, which later got griefed by a 5-year-old. But I built a nice stone cobbled castle. It was just like your typical 4-post little fortress castle up on a little hill. Yeah. Some andesite, some pretty things. Yeah.
Nice.
F in chat for the castle.
My first build was a dirt hut. I started to play in like very early, and we had 2 blocks basically. So and it got and my friend, when we played my first time playing on a server, my friend accidentally drowned the whole world.
Oh.
You all need better friends than 5-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean he put the bucket down in a wrong place.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I remember my first build. At the time when I started playing Minecraft, it was on PS4, which was not a fun experience for me. But my first house was in a jungle, and it was a red house made of red concrete with a flat oak slab ceiling. And I made many mistakes, such as spawning 1,000 cats in the house and making the floor out of bottom oak slabs, so you just couldn't place anything on it without it floating. And it was hideous, but it was certainly a house that existed.
I suppose I've got two kind of stories for this. I can remember my first build that I ever did, and it was just like, a silly little, it was an oak hut, basically. A slight upgrade from a dirt hut. But my first what I'd class as a proper build that I really remember putting time into was a barn for my cows. But I did it so that as you walked over the pressure plate, it played the Old MacDonald Had a Farm song. And I ended up having to rip it out because after the 5th time of walking into the barn in the space of a few seconds and hearing on a banjo dun 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 dun, I was like, I'm going to throw my computer out the window.
Did you do it?
What, throw my computer out the window? Or
Yeah.
Oh no, I just disconnected the song, and I've lost that world
Oh.
since as well. That world
It's
is gone.
easier.
Okay, I am a Bedrock Windows 10, as it was called back then, starter person 7-8 years ago. I know. Hey, the reason why? It was free and I was poor, and I still am poor. Not much has changed in 8 years. But, okay. So first build was not a dirt hut or anything. Literally my first build, I wanted to do a freaking wizard tower because there was this really cool terrain generation where there was this random island just slightly off the coast of where I spawned in. And I was like, yeah, I do a bridge diagonally, funny enough, and then I'll do a wizard tower right there, and then I'll just make that my base. And it turned out okay. I don't know why I thought, oh yeah, my first time playing, let's build a giant circle tower and deal with that and a diagonal bridge. But that's what I did when I joined Minecraft. And then I did various other builds and stuff. Like my first world is very highly documented, and you should check out my channel. What? Self-plug? What?
Oh, that's a
Diagonal bridge, you say? Not much has changed.
Not much has changed. Literally, I logged into Minecraft. It's the first time. Diagonal bridge. Let's go. Wow.
You found your style in the beginning.
It was
that's-
not. It's definitely not my style. What I did back then is not what I build now.
No. My first build was I also started on Bedrock.
Boo.
It was actually it was the aquatic update when I first saw that axolotls are being. I knew Minecraft was around, so I saw the axolotls being added in. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy!" So I logged into a realm with a couple of friends, and my first build was this little cave. I hollowed out the inside of a mountain and built a little cave dweller type style build, I guess. And that was the first one, crafting table, furnace, and then I had 16 or 17 or so axolotls.
But none of us have changed.
Nope, nothing. No, everything's still the same.
Rogue is really quiet, so I think you have a really
I think
good
he's
story.
thinking. He's really going deep in the archives.
Yeah. Let's go, Rogue.
I'm old. The brain doesn't work like it used to.
When Minecraft was in black and
So
white.
my first build was yeah. Yep. No, so my first build probably Xbox 360 version 2012 ish. Would you quit
Oh,
booing that? It
is
was fun.
older.
It was fun.
Yeah. So, and it was a stone and oak plank house on a beach, as I remember. And like everything I've ever built in Minecraft, it was gorgeous. So, yeah, I haven't really changed much.
Humility.
Humble.
That's my role, Rogue. That's my role. Don't do that to me. All right, I have actually a deep question. A deep one.
Oh, no.
Can Minecraft get emotional for you?
I started playing the game with my kids, and I still play the game with my kids, but also in that whole journey, I've made friends like y'all. So sometimes I get a little bit like emotional or what's I start feeling the strong emotions when I like wake up and have that realization that it's a community and a game that like brought me people that I care and love and all of that. So like that's kind of where my like I'll just be randomly placing blocks one day, and then people log on and like I'll get teary-eyed, be like, oh my god, I have the greatest friends. Like
That's
it's
so
so
valid.
stupid.
I like
That's
that.
kind of where my emotions come from, though. It stems from the people around me.
Yeah, the game, honestly, not so much. I really. I love it
I
for
really
what
like
it is.
emotions.
I love that it gets updated. I love that we're still playing. I love that it brings so many people together. But I'm not gonna lie, if Minecraft decided to just die and like we can't play it ever again, I'd live. It's fine.
But
I think I would
I-
have a little bit of a
wow.
harder time,
Wow.
but
Yeah.
I get emotional over the game sometimes. I don't know. Like the people, like Sunny said, the people that I've met, that's very awesome. I low-key wouldn't be still. I mean, I can do solo, but I really do enjoy the interactions. And then when people build very beautiful stuff, and I go to tour it, I'm like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. Like, this is beautiful. And it's just that awe and shock that you see when someone put a lot of hard work and dedication into something and actually finishes their builds. Then, yeah.
You all are great. There's a reason I've wanted to make 80 episodes.
But I think in a way it is like an art medium because it's basically voxel art, but it's like live voxel art because we're playing it as a game versus using a program like Blender to create the voxel art. So it can be awe-inspiring in its artistic sense.
Yeah.
Like it's really cool.
If you put on the like the right shaders in the right time of day, Minecraft day, and you just walk out from a build you build into like this vast landscape, it can like feel really real. Also, like the feelings can feel really real, like you are actually going outside. And I love that. With it's few games that can give you that awe feeling. And then it's the people around you, of course. Otherwise, I would not be playing this game. Has Minecraft influenced or changed your real life perspective of things?
Yes.
Yes.
In what way?
I will have to say it has affected me in a way of appreciating art a little bit more. If that kind of makes sense. Like I start to appreciate architecture a little bit more. Like how buildings are built and actually opening my eyes and looking at how things are built. And then I'm like, man, that would look really good in Minecraft. But like, 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago, I would have never actually looked at buildings the way that I do. Even though I'm in construction. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I appreciate architecture a little bit more and the style of buildings, how things are. I was judging gradients on buildings in a city that I was riding through, and I was like, that's a horrible gradient that they did. Man, that would not fly with the building community at all. And I'm not even a builder.
I'm gonna get on Twitter and post this gradient. Okay.
Like, I was like, hold on, what am I doing? Like,
Hold
why
my
am I
tea.
judging this? But yeah, it's definitely done that.
I love how you've just casually dropped into the conversation of, I work in construction, and now I'm actually interested in how things stay up.
Finally.
I'll kind of echo what Chin. I find myself looking at a lot of architecture stuff these days, but on the flip side of that, it really makes me appreciate some of the detail, like the small details, because it's not like we can build a building here and we can do the basic shape, but some of the like little details and stuff that are in buildings, like you realize you can't do in Minecraft very well. And it kind of makes you appreciate all those little touches they put in, I guess, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was always a big fan of architecture before even Minecraft. So to me, Minecraft was just a fun way to get to do that sort of stuff without having to go up several feet of scaffolding in real life, which is nice.
It's made me believe I'm actually somewhat artistic. It's because before Minecraft, no, I was a scientist. I studied psychology. I worked with kids. Art, no. Me and art, never, ever, ever. I like everything I've ever done. If I ever tried art, I always hated it all. Thought I was absolutely horrendous. And then I get into this medium, which funny enough, I only got into Minecraft because my husband, I looked at him one day. I was like, I really wish I had a survival game where I could craft everything and kind of like build, kind of like The Sims, but more first person type of thing. And he was like, that's literally Minecraft. And I know you've been avoiding it because you work with kids and you don't want to play it because the kids like it, but that is Minecraft. And I was like, oh, you know what? You're right. So that's the whole reason why I'm even in here in the first place. But I did not expect that this little block game would somehow encourage me to think, okay, I can be artistic, I guess. Okay, I can make thumbnails. Okay, I can actually do graphic design to an extent. I can actually try. And I've seen myself get better over 8 years, which is even crazier because, like, I'm not doing this full time. This is just funsies. And it actually has improved those skills in general just because of a block game.
There are so many different things you can do just in Minecraft. So
Yeah.
there really is something for everyone. I think that's my favorite thing about it. It's amazing like that.
Yeah, it translates over to real life very well in some places.
It's also a nice escape as well.
It is a
Like
really
it is, it
good-
really is. Like cutting on some good music and just either grinding out, hollowing out a cave or something. It's a nice escape for, I think, most, if not 90% of the Minecraft community. It's a great escape.
I mean, it's the best escape. Like having, if you have had a bad day, or even if you have a good day, or either. But just when you could get home, you can just relax.
Play block game.
Yeah.
That's you can play it so many ways, like, and it really doesn't matter what mood you're in when you get on. Like, you might want to get on and hang out with somebody and laugh, or you might just want to, like you said, cut on some music and dig a hole and get away for a while, or you might want to get on and blow stuff up as much as possible. It's there's really no mood that you'll go, I can't play Minecraft today.
Guess that ties into that one question of, has Minecraft affected your emotions at all? And I mean, there you go.
Like always, I think there is a reason why we do this kind of things, and why we are trying to get out our content, because Minecraft is such a diverse game. You can really never finish it ever, really. And
Yeah, you can never get bored.
I mean, you can
That
get
that one dog in that first world.
yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
I didn't even find dogs in my first world.
In my first world, there were 2 blocks. There were no dogs. There were no cows. When you start a world, do you guys have like this traditions or rituals in game? It doesn't have to be a new world, but do you have like certain rituals?
Yeah,
I always punch a tree.
I always follow the same routine, which is something that I didn't become really aware of until I started doing content creation. And I was like, I've now just done 2 playthroughs of a hardcore world where the very first thing I've done is go find a village. It's like, this is getting a bit the same but different. But yeah, literally, like every time I join a world, I'm like, right, okay, go explore, go find a village. Every single time. Straight to
I
the
always die
village.
10 times.
10?
You didn't die 10 times here, though, your first 3 days.
No, it was
True.
1,000.
No.
I was different back then. I was young and foolish.
Yeah, a year ago.
Can we?
I
ask
usually
where
just
is
leave.
Jam?
Just wander.
Yeah, I wandered. Like, if you watch the first stream for this season, I literally said hi to everyone, and then I got in a boat and I left. And I do that now since one of the updates, since a few years ago. I forgot which one. But I love exploring and then finding my way back, because obviously it's usually 0-0, right? So it's pretty
Yeah.
easy to come back. But I usually go out and explore for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, who knows, until I get a full inventory and I have gear to an extent. And it's pretty much thanks to loots, villages, those ruined portals and all that. So I
Yeah.
come back and I have like all of this fun stuff. And sometimes, like, especially if you find oceans with the buried treasures and everything like that, like you get diamonds immediately. And I'll come back with some armor trims and stuff. And for the first few like weeks, people will be like, "Do you have this really obscure thing?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I spent 3 hours going around. I have that. What do you need?" You know? And I just love doing that. And that's partially why I love SMBs, is because I'm like, yeah, I found that obscure thing immediately. Here you go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, I can say like the past 2 seasons, I kind of just, you punch the tree, get a campfire, get some food going, that kind of thing. That's usually my first day. It's really basic. And I'm, especially on an SMP, I'm just talking to people and bothering people and just kind of whatever. But I think especially since we have the trail ruins now and all of this stuff that will be coming up in the next update. I think the next season I will spend some time actually exploring those types of things, like spend time in ruins and dungeons and whatever else, finding buried treasure, and then seeing how I can start with that kind of set, I guess.
It's like exploring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I want to do more, rather than just go find a village day one. set up villager breeder. I'm farm day 2.
I mean, you could
Yeah.
also start like a season with 2 crazy people around you, like Rogue and Jay.
I think we
Yeah.
hit that nail on the head every time when we're together.
I don't think I really have a ritual, to be honest with you. I just spam crouch on the F5. You hit F5 twice, and then you spam crouch, say what's up, and then that's.
And then
really
you get an
it. Figure out-
axolotl.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
That
yeah.
is-
So yeah,
yeah.
then
Yeah,
I
you have
do
a-
on day 1 of almost everything. I
Mhm.
end up finding an axolotl, and yeah,
Start a
whether it's
new
given
world.
to me or found. Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that first week I'm usually every pet I come across. For whatever reason, I'm taming it. I found 5 birds and 4 cats, and they are all now mine. I don't know why. After the first week, though, I don't really bother with pets, but whatever I find in the first week.
Favorite Minecraft version? No, update.
Update. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Recent one.
Gotta say the
because
Nether
I really
update.
don't mind.
That's a good one.
Mm,
The Nether,
Mm.
I would say the Nether update, even though I didn't start playing back then, but I will have to say the Nether update for Minecraft was probably one of the best updates. Versions that I play now was the one when they that I've played has to be the one they added axolotls in it.
I would say-
Imagine.
I would say the best version is for me. Is it like 1.16 or 1.16.5? I think that was the villager update.
Villager
Yeah.
update was 1.14.
Yeah, 114 for village.
well, yeah.
116 was
114.
bees, wasn't it?
116 was never.
116 was the
bees.
new Nether. Yeah.
So
bees.
1.14.
115 was
Mhm.
bees. I was just looking through a list of it. I'm going to have to go with the World of Color 112 because prior to 112, I was on Windows 10, right? And I was like firm in Windows 10 because I didn't want to spend the money. I didn't want to get Java. I was fine. I was making content from it. I didn't care, you know? And then as soon as that update dropped and I saw the colored concrete, my brain was like, oh my God, that's a rainbow. I can build so many things. I could try to do modern better than instead of just using stone and quartz forever. Like I don't have to be stuck in medieval, which is what I was doing, you know? And so as soon as I saw 112 dropped, I was like, nah, I'm doing it. And I bought a Java account. I switched to Java, got a brand new world. I still have that first world. And it's one of my favorite things because I literally took Skyrim, which is what I was obsessed with before Minecraft obsession came around, and I made it my Skyrim world. I took things from the Altmers and I took their builds and I built it, and I still love that world for what it is because of that color update and because of what I was able to do in Java. So I'm just going to always be a 1.12 girly, but all of them have been pretty great though.
I think I couldn't remember which version it was, but I think it was probably for me it was the B one, because I quit playing for ages. And it wasn't until, I don't know why, but it wasn't until I saw the advert for that, like, oh, bees, and I think there was a couple of other things that came in with it as well. I was like, oh, I haven't played Minecraft in years. I should have a look at that. So it's special for me, not because of what was added, but special because that was when I then got back into playing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that was
Mm.
1.15.
Yeah. But yeah, before that, I'd stopped for ages.
Yeah, I really started to play like I've been playing the game since its beginning, but I really started to play it when the villager update.
Yeah.
I think it got like also like it got more popular around that time also.
I'll have to say the most recent one, Caves and Cliffs, was probably my favorite. But
Mhm.
I joined my first SMP right after the update Aquatic, so that one will always hold. And my first couple bases on SMPs were underwater, so that one holds a sentimental value for me. And
Yeah.
I did love that update. It was my favorite until Caves and Cliffs came out.
Yeah.
That was the one where they added the axolotls, right?
No, it was Caves and Cliffs Part
No.
1.
The ocean one was like,
No.
wasn't it ocean monuments and all sorts of stuff? Like the
Yeah.
drowning.
The aquatic
Monument, I
update was
think
like
we're already
turtles.
there.
Yeah.
Aquatic,
Yeah.
Turtles.
We got the trident
and the coral
yeah.
reefs.
Mm.
Mhm.
And they were
Yeah,
deeper
but
oceans.
axolotls came in Caves and Cliffs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
weird.
3 years apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caves and Cliffs is definitely my favorite. Although I was a little salty because I just spent months building a mountain from scratch, but whatever.
Sounds like builder
But before
problem.
that, I had joined Unorthoblocks right when the Nether update dropped. So that's kind of that one is beautiful. It's my second favorite. Because I had joined Unorthoblocks and then immediately got to play with all of the new Nether stuff, like with people. Great experience. But Caves and Cliffs, oh my gosh, it's such because it was all the terrain changes and everything like that, plus all the fun blocks and the critters and the things. But like the screaming goat's literally my favorite thing ever in Minecraft. Although the camel is really winning me over.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I agree. I loved exploring it. I remember the like awe factor of going into those caves for the first time and being able to fly through these seemingly endless big tunnels
Mhm.
with an elytra. Like it was insane. We were all losing our minds.
I think this might be an unpopular opinion. I think every update has made the game better. I actually do.
I
I agree.
I agree with
yeah,
that.
I
think
agree. I do agree with that. Yeah.
I
I
know
know there
people
was-
can like yell at Mojang for a lot of things, and the discussion between why is it taking so long compared to modders who could make this in like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? But like, I for one appreciate the carefulness that goes into the updates. That they're not
Yeah.
spamming it with a bunch of stuff that you could from mods. Because
Balancing
obviously they've
as well.
hired modders, right? They have modders working for them now. And they could, they could. But they're very clearly like everything is very clearly a discussion with them and they have to get it approved as to what's really going into something. And I like that because I can play modded any day. I can jump into that nonsense any day. Shin has showed me plenty of things. Like we could just jump into that and go. But I like seeing how they pick and tailor it and how they think the game has evolved and should evolve. Because it's like its own mod pack when you really think about it. It's like this is how the developers themselves think this game should be received as.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
balancing as well, isn't it? Because I've done it before. Like I remember I played Tekkit. Like that was before I stopped playing Minecraft for ages. Tekkit was what I used to play, and it was like building nuclear reactors and things like that. And it was like you get to a point where it's overwhelming. You're like, this isn't almost fun to play anymore. I'm just like I'm logging in. And I'm like, oh, I've got to get this thing. I've got to do this, and I've got to actually look up and research that because I don't know how much this needs to be called by without it going nuclear. And so you can see why it's like, well, yeah, it's not how long it takes to code something and mod something. It's how long it takes to be like, okay, is this going to be fun? Like, is this going to add to the game, or is this going to make half our fan base go, oh my god, the game's too complicated now? Or actually, this is really unbalanced, and in 5 seconds, I'm godlike and can just slap the Ender Dragon around, and it's not fun anymore. It's not challenging anymore. It's just ugh.
I also believe that the community is very spoiled. Because when they
once for a
talk,
game.
when they like talk, they like, oh, we want automation, and then they get automation. It's like we want different automation. It's never good enough, and it gets like and what game even lets us choose at least one mob every update almost.
Yeah, it's the whole topic, but I do agree. Mo Yang, if you're
Yeah.
watching, which you're probably not, you're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah,
Keep it up.
and invite us to Minecon 2026.
More like make a Minecon first. Can we get that first?
Yeah. We can have a panel one day. It's okay.
Mhm. Give me an excuse to cosplay my skin.
Panel,
you
yeah.
know, like.
Yo, actually, can they wait a year so I can get a cyberpunk skin going? Let's go.
I will have an axolotl in a backpack.
Yeah, he will.
I'll have a fish tank backpack. You know.
Oh my god. No, I do. I was eating potato chips, but
I called it.
Yeah, he did.
No, I agree. Yeah, the community is spoiled, and yes, like modders can do all the things, but also like we paid once for this game. Some of us with camera accounts probably, and kids probably paid more than once for the game, but we get all of this stuff for free. They take the time to do quality control and make sure it does fit with the game. And it's not that they aren't listening to the suggestions and feedback, it's that they are trying to find ways to implement it. And if it doesn't fit or wouldn't work with the like majority of players, then they're not going to do it. And I think we as content creators often forget that the majority of content like players are not content creators. We're only a tiny percentage.
We're the crazy ones.
Yeah, we're just the ones that the other ones watch. But honestly, they make their bulk of the money from not us. It's from everyone
kids,
else.
The stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
not just kids, other adults, college
Casuals.
students. Yeah, just casual players.
I think we cost them money.
Probably.
Yeah, honestly, with as much as content creators can complain and nitpick things, there's a very good. And I know that I'm going to say it. They have a secret Discord. They have a content creator Discord for the bigger ones that they talk to directly. They get the updates. So they're already spending time making sure that when the updates are received, it's received in questions. You know what I mean? Like they're prepping them. It's kind of like we're a PR arm almost if you get into that Discord. You know what I mean? And I get why. Like it is their game. You know, I understand it completely. But yeah, it's really a whole different world when you look at it, because before that, this really hasn't been a phenomenon with video games. I mean, it was starting to with some of the PvP type stuff like League of Legends and things like that. But like Minecraft is just a silly little block game. And they go to this much effort to make sure that most of the community is on board when things come out so that there's the least bit of confusion about things as possible, which is an insane amount of effort to put in for something that you buy once.
Yeah.
And every year they announce, at least twice a year they announce what they are going to do. Like it doesn't really come as a surprise when you're like, wow, oh, this is a new block. We know already because they are quite transparent in how they develop the game. And I think Mojang gets a lot of. So if you guys could wish something in the future for Minecraft, what would it be?
I know this one 100%. I know this one. I want the grappling hook
From the potato
Poisonous potato
from the
update.
potato update. Spider Gaza does
I think that's the
whatever
second
a
time
Spider
they've done
Gaza
that.
can.
I think that's the second time they've had a grappling hook in like April Fools. I vaguely remember there was another one. Oh yeah, with the April Fools last year when it was the vote your way. There was one that you
the
could get.
fishing. It was the fishing pole that would launch you in the sky.
I think
that
it's
was part of
coming.
that.
I think it's gonna. I think some variation. I think the fishing rod last year with the grappling this year, and I think they're testing it on us with the April Fools to see how we're dealing with it mechanics wise, and then they're going to polish it, and it'll be in a future update. That's my 2 cents.
With the new land generation, like I don't know what you've seen underneath my base, like the Hell Cavern. Like imagine just being like, because at the minute, if you was kind of early-ish game, you'd be like, right, there's no way that I can explore this safely or get across it. Boom, grappling hook. Indiana Jones it right into the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I do feel like a lot of April Fool's features are secretly trialing possible new features they want to implement.
Yeah. I love the sticky
It's also
effect as
their
well. Did anyone
outlet.
get that? Did anyone get the sticky effect? So you had standing mashed potato, which obviously I'm not a big fan of that being the way that you got it. But imagine like something already existing, like say a honey block, but you got sticky effect, and then you could walk up, walls with it.
Oh, that's
It was
really
really
cool.
Feeling that'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
so
imagine
much
if you could
fun.
just splash potions of honey and throw them at your feet and then work like that.
And then
That
just walk
would
up
be-
a cliff face. Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
you could craft something along the lines of like spider boots or something like that, and
True.
be able
Yeah.
to, walk on.
I was thinking something
walls.
other than enchantments or crafting, just because boots they have a lot going on them. If you max out your boots enchant wise, there's so much on there. Like pants would probably be better if you're gonna do something like that, because pants don't have nearly as many options.
Sticky pants.
Honestly,
My goodness.
yeah. The future update I want it's still an end update. We need an end update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it would be perfect because an end update could tie into what I want, and that's more pastels. Like,
Yes.
just yes, but I want more
Please.
pastel blocks, and I want more stairs and slabs with those pastel blocks.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to give us stairs and slabs for every concrete, but if you were to fill in the gaps of what's missing in the color scheme of stairs and slabs and walls right now, then that would suffice. Like, that would satisfy the building community. But in end update, they already have the purple, which is very close to a lavender. You know, the end stone, it's a really weird color, but it is
It works.
very light. But you could put pastel colors in an end update and it would work so well. I want that so
Yeah.
bad.
it's color
just want
update
green
V2,
slabs.
please.
Yeah.
All I want is
I
green
feel-
slabs. The closest we have is mossy cobble slabs
I
or
know.
dark prismarine slabs. There's
I would-
nothing to
yeah.
do
Yeah.
green.
I think the updates that I would wish for, or something to be updated in more, is it kind of goes hand in hand with each other. I know that they're doing it with the trial ruins or the trial chambers for this next update, but I wish that they would expand more on the dungeons that you find across the land as you're exploring out there.
Yeah.
Like, we have the woodland mansion that are sometimes hundreds of thousands of blocks away, and it truly is an adventure to go by foot and walk 100,000 blocks to a woodland mansion. But to expand on the dungeons, like the desert temples and the the jungle dungeons and stuff, and then the other thing in hand with that is actual bosses, like actual kind of in-game bosses that you would have to fight. Like you go into a sand temple or a desert temple, right? And you go down. Well, now there's a secret stairway to a tomb. Well, the tomb should have maybe a zombie mummy or skeleton pharaoh or something that was long lost dead that you have to fight. That would give you some sort of a special tool or trim or whatever, or a green slab. I feel like that it's more cause for exploration. Like it's more reason to go out.
The
and
lore
explore.
update would be like, give
Well,
the
that
lore.
could literally that could tie into the current update they're working on, because they already created the technology that would be used for it. The keys and the trial things, spawners, and the
maybe that's what we will see in future updates, is like all of these little tiny things are going to tie into each other to hopefully like expand more, like you said, Iondis, more on the lore update of the Minecraft world. I mean, they tried to attempt it with Minecraft Legends and Minecraft Dungeons as well.
Yeah.
To the lore of the world of Minecraft. Piglins taking over and trying to fight them back, and illagers are the real reason why witches are here and why zombies are the way that they are,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are actually going to more exploration. Yeah, I think like for building blocks, we have had now generation. We have had more world terraforming, and world height had gone up. So I think for the building, we are not gonna get for the builders another update for a while. Redstone, Redstone gets a new update now. And then it's the explorers left, and I think we are going to get more exploring things.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, because they add something for almost every play style every update.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
like
mean? Like
that.
the new trial chambers, right? Yeah, it's trial chambers. It's supposed to be combat. It's supposed to be for the explorers to go find that, right? But those blocks, though, builders immediately were frothing at the mouth for, and they've done that
Yeah.
practically with every update. There's been at least one new block. You know, there's been at least one new feature and like one new mob. That's like the three. And they keep
Yeah.
sticking to that. And they're probably some might be more heavy in other areas, but yeah, I can't imagine it's gonna be just a block update next. I hope not.
Yeah.
I want more features too.
No, that's why they
Yeah,
expand
they've
on the
also-
exploring things, right? You know,
Mhm.
more
Yeah.
blocks with the dungeons and stuff. Like expand on the ocean monuments down underwater. Make an underwater dungeon rather than just an ocean monument, or expand on that. There's your pastel colors, as well as in the end too. There's more of your pastel colors with maybe we'll get a shulker boss or something like that. You know,
Pastels.
Oh, that storage system reminds me. See, we have like the auto crafter coming. What I need is a sorting block now. I need something that's like a hopper that works, because in the auto crafter you can like lock certain parts in it or whatever. I need that, but for storage. I need help, Mojang, please. Please. Oh my god.
Honestly, I don't, because when you look at all the sorting systems that have come out and the time and effort and that people have put into them, I don't want to get rid of that by suddenly just giving you a block that does that for you.
That's fair.
I think there's enough out there that, you know, let's give us the tools to come up with the answers ourselves and let that be part of the game.
What
That's
a dad
definitely-
answer. I'm not gonna lie. Let me give you the tools.
You're a dad.
I appreciate your answer. It's just, it sounds like something a dad would say to a kid. I'm giving you the tools
Well-
so you know how to succeed.
I'll admit I am a bit of a traditionalist in this game. Like you guys are talking about all new features and stuff, and all that's great. But like I said, what's great about this game is that you can play it any way you want. Like I have a tendency to be behind. Like all the new features,
Yeah.
sniffers, I haven't done anything with. Trial chambers, I haven't done anything with.
yeah.
All that stuff, right? So, but like next year, I'll probably get into it. Now, I'll use the auto crafters for sure. But like as you guys were talking about all these custom like chambers, I was actually writing down some of these ideas because those are all like mini game ideas or like event ideas for next year. Like when I think of how this season started, I'm so glad that we waited like a month to get Elytra, because you look at what came out of that. There was a big stream with the mermaids on doing a woodland mansion, right? That was a lot of fun to watch. There was the cocoa bean raid on the ancient city, which was a blast. I mean, those are all things that, especially early game when there's still danger and things are hard.
Yeah.
Let's do some of those things. You know, like as Shin was talking about the Guardian Temple thing, I think that's a great idea. So how could I build like a chamber underneath that's like a mini game part of that, right? And maybe you don't even tell anybody. Maybe you put it in a Guardian Temple that someone's actually going to raid and just let them find it. You know, I
Did you
mean,
build for mystery base?
huh?
Did you build from a whole other topic?
We're not going to get into
No,
that here, Sam.
I agree with that though. Like we don't have anything like this now, but like we have the tools to create something like it, to make it function like that. Like you said, you could put something under a Guardian Temple and let somebody just find it. And I think that would be a great experience as a player to just come across some nonsense.
Or like something funny. I thought like you were talking about the pharaoh or whatever in the temple. What if you just like hid somebody there as a boss? Like we're going on a regular raid to like, right. And then all of a sudden it's shotgun in a pharaoh costume as your boss, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what my thought.
You shall not pass.
Yeah, that would be pretty
that's
funny.
my TED Talk.
You're absolutely right. I mean, we do have the tools and we have the things necessary. It's just, you know, for those that don't have that, you play Cyberpunk or, you know, Skyrim or something for the hopes of the exploration and the danger and in the adventure of playing that game. Some people don't really have that creativity. They play the games because it's built for them. They want to explore it and all that. And that's where I was coming from in this sense. But you're right. We do have the tools to create these quote unquote stories in this world that we quote I don't know. I would just love to. I would love to see that type of with the expansion of the, like what we were saying with previous updates, they give something to every style of player. More temples, more building blocks, more mechanical stuff that we can kind of dive into.
I would love to see more technical things implemented, honestly, just to allow us, even if it's not an auto sorter, just more fun stuff. They did give us Skulk, and this one coming up, we've got those like lights that give off a redstone signal. Like little stuff like that is great because the technical community will take it and they'll run with it. They'll do some weird stuff with it. And somehow it magically works. But I would like to see more like that. Like, we have those wind charges as well. What can they do with wind charges? I know they're going to do something with it.
A lot, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Extreme golfing.
Exactly.
I mean,
make it rain tridents with channeling and then wind charges. Extreme long distance golfing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
wait, no,
Did we forget a word from our sponsors, Teach?
Oh no! Yeah.
Today's
Yeah.
sponsor is water.
Yes.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
All right.
Has to be fine.
You know how
my
how
God.
you have to. We have to end it like this. I've been the real better teacher, and you have been you, whoever you want to be. It's okay. It really is okay. And
I want to be Jump Up Bong.
well, you see, it's empty. And it's empty because we're done with the first episode. I hope you liked it. And in the description below, go over and follow every other member of this conversation and the other members of this amazing SMP. And let me tell you, next episode, we will do another episode. And I won't say what we are going to be talking about, but you will not want to miss it. Well, I have been the real better teacher, and you, my lovely people, have been you. And thank you for lending me this official Unorthocast channel. See you next time. Bye-bye.